Hello, this is Spellbinder with this unusual story I just came across on Rents. I guess I want to show it to you because it kind of threw me off here, because I didn't believe what I've read on whatdoesitmean.com, the SOCIAFAR site, because supposedly it's really a dude that runs this site, and it's really like a fake site. It's not real. It's kind of like a Inquirer type site. It's hard to believe anything on it. Sometimes I guess they're close but not quite right. But on this website, on the September the 10th, a day after the San Bruno Gasline explosion, they put up SOCIAFAR as reported to her Western subscribers. Said September 10, 2010, missile strike down San Francisco plane. News blackout ordered. What's really weird about this is, today I found an article put out by the examiner.com and also by Google AP saying it was possibly an F-18 that went down with fuel tanks and everything. I said that now they're saying people heard explosions and saw something come down and blow up. Well, I'm going to go to her now and just show you part of this. What it says here, this is what it said here, San Bruno, September 9th plane photo. And for reason the plane pictures aren't loading, you go to refresh the picture and it doesn't come up. So something's wrong there. It says F-18 jet fighter flew flight path between San Jose towards San Bruno on September 9th at approximately noon. The jet was armed. Approximately 6 hours later, the San Bruno explosion occurred. The photograph of an F-18 flying towards San Bruno has been released to the Examiner. 1 week after the San Bruno disaster, area residents continued conversations about a plane crash and massive cover-up of the fatal explosion, plus the National Transportation Safety Board involvement, leading some observers complaining or contemplating plausibility of an F-18 that headed over San Bruno on September 9th crashed. The National Whistleblower Airline Employees Association, WAEA, and affiliates have placed it to be engaged and due to high-level corruption causing national insecurity, warned of another September 11th type attacks. Which that's what the SOCIAFAR article was saying. It was somebody with a shoulder-launched ground-to-air bazooka-looking device and shot down a jet. Well, they're saying it probably a jet that went down. Approximately at 11 a.m. September 9th, a huge jet resembling Air Force One flew over San Jose, 30 miles southeast of San Bruno, headed northwest on the flight path towards San Francisco, home of the International Airport and the Moffett Federal Airfield. San Bruno is a San Francisco suburb. Being 2 days before 9/11, and thought crossed the mind of the Examiner source, here comes another false flag incident. So he readied his camera. Approximately 1 hour later, two aircrafts flew towards San Francisco, San Bruno. One was the AC-130 gunship, distinct with side guns, turrets, and the other was an armed F-18 carrying large fuel tanks, each with 330 gallons capacity under the wings, and ordnance of some type of weaponry, such as a missile or rocket or bomb. And continues on. As the F-18 flew over San Jose, its engines were screaming and sounded like a freight train, according to the photographer. At approximately 6:14 p.m., San Francisco's suburb, San Bruno, one eyewitness described seeing a huge fireball fall from the sky before the explosion. Other eyewitnesses described no ground shaking, but looked up in the sky as they heard what sounded like a jet with distressed engines crashing. That's exactly what the F-18 sounded like earlier that day, according to the Examiner source, also saying it was as loud as hell. Within moments, the community of San Bruno was ablaze and had a 50-foot wide and 40-foot deep crater. The photo of the crater looked like a bunker buster or a mini nuke crater, according to a person who has seen both. Is it plausible that the photographed F-18 was involved either firing weaponry or crashing? That was that article, which I have a link to all three of these. And this is the Google article that just came out. This is hosted by Google. It's San Bruno, California, a massive explosion sent flames roaring through a neighborhood in the hills south of San Francisco Thursday, destroying more than 50 homes and leaving at least one person dead. The utility company that serves the San Francisco Bay Area said one of its gas lines ruptured in the vicinity of the blast, which left a giant crater and sent flames tearing across several suburban blocks in the San Bruno area, or just after 6 p.m. If it is ultimately determined that we were responsible for the cause of the incident, we will take accountability, Pacific Gas and Electric Company said in an email statement. Flames hot enough to crack a fire engine windshield incinerate 53 homes and damage 120 as the crew continued battering the blaze into the night. At least one person was confirmed dead in the blast, San Bruno Fire Chief Dennis Hagg said. Well, it goes on and talks about the regular, what the story was that day on September 9th. Which is kind of strange, as though that now the Examiner's coming out with a similar story to what doesitmean.com came out with the day after. They're coming out today on the 18th. I'm just now wondering, was there really a jet? Because now there's eyewitnesses saying that there was a aircraft that they saw coming down and exploded on impact, blowing up and causing the explosion. Let's see. And this is where I got the story at that talks about the regular oil line explosion. Or is it plausible an F-18 photograph was involved, firing weapon area crashing? Could residents have heard a flying by as it dropped something that ignited the fire? First responders using emergency scanners said a large commercial aircraft has crashed in the area, setting scores of homes on fire. First it was a low, deep roar, and everyone looked up, and we all knew something big was happening, she said. Then there was this huge explosion with a ball of fire that went up behind the high school several thousand feet into the sky. See the full story on the one I was just reading on from Google, which is the actual, I guess, the AP story from San Francisco. This is kind of hard to realize what was really going on. What was going on? There was a story now, it says it's no longer. AP formally at this one says now it's no longer available for that story. Then the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA spokesman Gregor said, at this time, we don't think it's a plane. Now they're even saying we're not sure or not. And this appears to be a cover-up of some type of cover-up. Let's see what it says on down here. It says the last noted in the AP article, no longer available at the time of this writing, highlighted that a 28-foot section and two 10-foot sections were being shipped to Washington. Could this be what is left of the fuselage and two wings of an F-18 jet that is 56 feet long, 37.5 feet wingspan, and 15 feet 3 inches in height? One might also ask why the pipeline was sent to Washington if it was an old piece of gas pipe. Laboratories are prolific in Silicon Valley. NASA, Ames Laboratories, Lawrence Livermore Laboratory, Stanford University, etc., with metallurgists and metallic stress engineers to examine the pipeline. Interesting. I wonder what really happened there. This is all I got for now on this, but I tried to get this picture to come up, but like I said, this is supposedly one of the pictures that the photographer took, and I'm not able to get it to pop up. And I wasn't able to get the one up here, it said gunship JPEG, to pop up either. See, it's not working neither. So I'm just kind of questioning all this still, but it's something to bring forward in case it does come out that it was an aircraft, that military maybe, that came down and crashed there. Maybe it did hit the ground, and with the gas and the munitions on it exploded, blew a deep enough crater to rupture the pipeline. I mean, that's a possibility there too. Well, I'm going to get off here and post this and let you people decide. But you read these articles and make your own decisions on this. I just thought it was kind of strange that What Does It Mean came out with it right after, the day after, and said it was an aircraft that was shot down. And then, a week later or so, and this article comes out from the Examiner saying it was probably an F-18, maybe it went down because of eyewitnesses saying it sounded like an aircraft. Well, this is it. I'm going to be off here. Be good at it, and have a good day.